we'll start with the HTML. And inside the before going there, there are some things required for us. So we will start adding them and we'll go for the classes. So yesterday we have seen if you want to learn all the things, we have to learn the HTML, right? So first we'll learn the HTML and then we'll go for the next things. Okay. So before going there, so what are some things we want to do it? Okay. So what are the things is we have to install some softwares. Okay. For this reason, please always go here and just go to the google.com, and there is a one software called Visual Studio Code. Okay, so just type the Visual Studio Code and go to here in this link. Okay, and there is a download for Windows. If you are using Mac, there will be, like if you are using anyone Apple laptop, they can go for another here. There will be another build here. For Windows, you can click here. Okay, download. Because in the company we are going to write all our code in the Visual Studio Code only. We will not use Notepad and Notepad++. But initially I try to train in the Notepad++, but it's the time waste. Okay, so that is the reason we'll go. So once you download it, it will be in the downloads folder. Okay, you can click on next, just double click it, and okay, so it is saying it already. I'm running the latest application. I can close this one. So just double click it. Okay, click on accept, next, next. That's all, very simple. Okay, so this will be installing a Notepad like Visual Studio Code. This is free. Okay, anybody even in the office also we can use it because it is a free license. We don't need to pay any amount to anybody. Okay, this is the one. So basically softwares will be two types. Okay, so one is a paid open source, another is a commercial. So open source means you can use this software freely. No, you don't need to pay any amount to any person. But commercial means you need to take a license from some company and you need to use it. Otherwise, you should not use it. That is the one. They can put a case on you if you are using it without any license. That is the one. So this Visual Studio Code is a free one. Okay. So once you're done, just finish it. So it will open something like this. Let it open. Okay, something like this it will open. So now what you will do, so always you go to your D drive, like if you have two drives, C drive and D drive, go to D drive and create a work folder here. Okay, and just create a new HTML folder, because whichever the language you are going to prepare, you can just write your HTML folder and start writing like this. Okay, and if you are writing a JavaScript, you can go for Java and something like that. So your all files will be there in only one place. You don't need to suppose you don't have this D drive, go to your C drive and again you create a your name, like whatever your name, you can create it. Inside that again you create a work folder. Inside the work folder you create it. Okay, so like this. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to write my code in the some other folder. Okay, I'll also take a new folder here. So I'll go here and I'll say, so here some documents are there. I'll just cut it here and paste it to. So I have moved everything and let me go to. So like this, you will be creating an empty folder first time. Once you create this empty folder, here you copy this folder, uh, go to your Visual Studio Code, file, okay, open folder is there. Click on open folder and paste it here. So automatically your file will be open here. Because like if I have only one file, that is okay. And if you for you there will not be any files here because we are going to write all our files there. Okay, that is the one first step. So everybody install with this Visual Studio Code first, and second is, and if you want to work with our HTML and write, so what we want to do is we want to have the a browser. Okay, so let me just increase some. Okay, so we want to have the browser first, like so this HTML we are going to learn, and what is HTML? We learn everything. Okay, but how you are going to see your output? Okay, to see the output, we need another software. That software name is a browser. Okay, so browser is not like a either Chrome or anything. Okay, so a browser, you can use any browser, like you can use a Chrome browser, or you can use a Edge browser, Microsoft Edge browser, or you can use a Firefox browser or Opera browser, or in the mobile also we have so many browsers, right? You can use any browser. Okay, that browser responsibility is display the HTML, whatever the code you are writing it will display to the user as a readable format. That is a browser responsibility. We no need to write any code for that one. Okay, by default in all the machine we have a Edge browser, so that is fine. So we no need to install any other things. So we have installed this Visual Studio Code. Already we have the browser. That's all. Okay, we can start writing the our code first itself. Okay, so let us go and write the one piece by piece and we'll do it. Okay, so first we'll learn some theory concept and then we'll write the program. Okay, so the first, why you want to learn HTML? Because if you want to display anything, suppose I am having this page. Okay, if you want to display anything to the user in the web browser, then we have to write code in the which language? HTML. Okay, HTML is you have to write in the HTML only. There is no other way. Okay, that is the reason, since we are going to develop a web like web pages, we want to learn the this HTML. Okay, so that is the reason. Now we will understand what is this HTML. So HTML is stands for the hypertext markup language. Okay, hypertext markup language. So this markup language means, so always whatever the information we want to write, we will write that information in the tag format. Okay, suppose I want to write my name, so I will write like this. Okay, I will write like this, Trinits. Okay, so this, so where keeping my name inside this brackets. So this bracket will call it as a one markup. This is like a one markup. Something the same thing we'll call it as a tag also. Okay, for simple sake. So here this is so in the in the HTML, whatever we are going to write, we are going to write everything inside the tags only. We will see what is the tag. Okay, and using the HTML we can develop the web pages. So web page you can see in our mobile, you can see in our laptop, you can see in even big TV also we can see it. Correct, right? Okay, for this one, what is the software we required? Only browser is required. If you have a browser, it can run anywhere, even it can run on your phone or like a mobile or watch also it can run it if you have a browser. That's all. Okay, and so it is started from the 1991. Okay, in an interview nobody will ask about this information. Okay, this is not at all required. Even if you forgot also, no problem at all. Okay, the only thing you remember is hypertext markup language. That just that definition alone, that's fine. Like this is created by Berners-Lee. Even you don't need to remember this at all. No software developer will ask. Only theoretical persons only will ask. Okay, so nobody will ask this one. But just current the version is 5.x. Okay, so we know like we know Apple phone, like they every year they will release one new version, right? Same thing with the software also. They will release every either one year or 6 months. They will release some version. Okay, the current latest version is 5.x. So whenever you go for an interview, they will ask which HTML version you are using it. So you have to tell which HTML version, 5.x version. What is this X? I can say 5.3. After 1 month, they will release 5.4. So instead of saying 5.3, 5.4, 5. We can simply say 5.x. Then they will not ask what is this X. They need to know the only this 5 point. So 5 is the major version, X is the minor version. You don't need to remember about the minor versions. We need to remember only about the major versions. Okay. Yes. And so we have learned about, so current, what is the current version? 5.x version. Okay, this is released long back, around some 3 to 4 years back it is released, so we can say this one. Okay, and HTML is a case sensitive, like a case insensitive language. Okay, what is this case sensitive and insensitive means? Suppose I'll write like my name is like this. Okay, Trinits, and in second line I'll write like this. Okay, do you think I am writing same or different? I'm writing same name only, but in capital and small, right? So in some languages, if you go to JavaScript or if you go to Java or .NET, C, C++, these are, it will think like this is one different guy, this is another different guy. These are not equal. Okay, but if you come to HTML, HTML will think this is also same, this is also same. So such behavior we are calling it as a case insensitive. Insensitive means even if you are writing a capital or small, both are is a equal only. Okay, so HTML is a case sensitive or insensitive? Insensitive language. Okay, and so that means we can write in the capital or a small, no problem. Okay, then I'll ask some questions. Okay, and first thing here I am writing some tag in the small. Here in second line I am writing in the capital. Both are same or not? Both are same. Okay, we can think like this. And so then like I want to write with my first HTML, because think like I don't know anything in the HTML. I want to write my first file, right? I don't know how to do this. So first I have created one folder for HTML, right? I'll go here and right click. Okay, and I'll click on the new file. So new, and there is a text document is there. Okay, click on the text document. Here I will write like a first.html. You can write any name. Okay, first.html. Whenever I am writing .html, in the last .txt is there, right? I need to remove this txt. Okay, so whenever you are removing this txt, automatically it will show the browser symbol. For some people this txt will not be shown. Okay, for this reason what you have to do, go here and there is options. Okay, so and in the inside the options, go to view. There is a one settings called hide for known file types will be there. Okay, here there is a hide extension for known file types. If you are, it is already selected. If it is selected, what will happen is here this .html will not be displayed. .txt will not be displayed. So if it is not displaying, what we can do, we don't know what is that file type, right? That is the reason. Please go here and options, then view. Okay, and remove this checkbox. Okay, and unselect it and click on apply and OK, so that you will know what is the file type. Okay, .txt. What is the file type here? .html. Okay, so each language, each programming language, how we will identify what programming language is based on the file type. Suppose I am writing a .java. So what is that programming language? Java programming language. Correct, right? If I am writing a .cpp, that is a C++. .js, JavaScript, something like this. Okay, so each file will be have some extension. That means we need to now what is the extension if I want to write HTML? If you want to write any HTML programming language, we can give these three extension. I can give .html is fine, or .html also fine, or I can go for the .html. I can give any extension. HTML is fine, HTML also fine, capital also fine. Okay, so let us create a first file. So I want to create, already I have created this one, right? Let me delete it again. I will create it again. Okay, create new text document. I'll say first.html. That is also fine, or HTML, and try to remove this txt. Okay, if you are not, suppose if by mistake I am not removing it, it will show in the notepad icon. Whenever it is showing notepad icon, this is not a correct file, not a HTML file. By seeing this icon itself, we can know that. Okay, so yeah, and if you want to rename it, right click and rename. Just rename it. I'll remove this .txt file. Okay, something like this. Yes. Okay, cancel. I have to remove here. Okay, yeah, something like this we can create it. So now I have created a first.html, and this is the, I can create it manually, right? Whenever you are creating manually, automatically it will come here. Okay, suppose I don't want to go always go there and I want to create from here itself. You can right click here, new file. Okay, I want to create a second.html. Simple, that's all. Or you want to create here also, right click new file, and something like okay, you don't need to do this, and simply right click here, or you can hover here, there is a plus button, so automatically you will say third.html, something like this. You can start writing. So even if you are creating here, automatically those files will be displaying here, and even if you are creating here, automatically those files will be displaying in the here. Okay, this Visual Studio Code, we will call it as a IDE, integrated development environment. Okay, that's okay. So now we have created these files, right? Everybody know how to create the files, right? And one suggestion is, whenever you are creating these file names, do not add any spaces. Suppose I want to create a first file, so how people will write? They will create a new file, and let me zoom this one so that you can view appearance and zoom in. View appearance, zoom in. Okay, now this is correct. So now some people by mistake only we will do it. Okay, first space name.html. So there is a space we are given, right? Please do not give any space for file names. Suppose you want to give any space here, don't give space. Instead of space, you just provide a underscore. Okay, first underscore name, second underscore something. Whenever you want to write multiple words, what do? You give it the underscore and don't give the spaces. That will work. Even if you are giving space also will work, but it will cause the problems later. Okay, in that time I'll discuss. Okay, so let us go for now. We know how to create the HTML files. Okay, let us go for the tag first. HTML is a tag based language. Okay, so then what is this tag? If you understand this tag, then you can do anything in the HTML. First, let us learn the tag. Okay, a tag is an element which is defined in the angle bracket. Okay, suppose I will go here and I will go to my first element here. You can write anything, not a problem. I'll write this less bracket and I'll write this one. Okay, and here I'll write like this, something like this, and I'll explain what is this one. So here I can write any name. Here I can write it. Okay, some Trinits. Here I'll say Trinit, something like this. So whatever the content you are writing inside this angle brackets, so this we are calling it as a tag. Now tell me what is a tag? Whatever the information we are writing inside this angle brackets, that we are calling it as a tag. Okay, so this even HTML and XML also is a tag based language. Okay, both are a tag based language. Now what we have to do, every tag, this is a one tag, this is another tag. Okay, each tag will have a two information. One is a starting tag, another is a ending tag. Both tags will be there. For a one tag there will be two information. What are the information? First is a starting tag and the second one is a ending tag. How can you differentiate whether this is ending tag or not? For ending tag there will be slash in the first. So whenever you are seeing this slash, that means that is a ending tag. So first we should write the starting tag and later only we should write the ending tag. Sir, I will do it in the reverse. I will write the starting tag first, ending tag something. That is not a correct one. So first we have to write our starting tag and the second we have to write the ending tag. That is okay. So each tag will have the two information. One is see here, this is a starting tag and right side is a ending tag. That is okay, right? So and I have written a starting tag and ending tag. So there is a space I am writing, right? So this space is optional. If you want to write anything, you write it. Otherwise, just keep empty. Here I'm keeping empty, right? So in this center, start between the starting tag and ending tag, I can write some content, hello, something like this. Okay, so this we are calling it as a content. Okay, this we are calling it as a content. This is a starting tag and this is ending tag. In the center, whatever we are writing it as a content. Okay, so HTML, everything will be like this only. So let us go for our HTML. So now everybody understand what is a tag, right? A tag is nothing but which you are declaring inside the angle brackets. Each tag will have a starting tag and a ending tag. Okay. So and there is one important question called so every tag should have a ending tag. Every tag should have a ending tag. So now I will give something like this. So I'll write something like this, and I think you'll understand. I'll write a HTML. So now what is this one? This is a one HTML tag. This is a starting tag and this is a closing tag, right? Okay. So for what is the rule? First rule, whenever you are writing any tag, first we should close that tag. Okay, that is the one. So sometimes there are some people, suppose I am going in a traffic. Okay, so there is a signal. What I have to do? I have to stop or I can go? I have to wait, right? So sometimes SCM is going in the way. So if the signal, they will not respect the signal, right? Automatically, they will not put a signal itself. So they have some special people, right? In the HTML also, there are some special tags are there who will not have the ending tags. Okay, they will have only starting tags. They will not have the ending tags. Such tags we'll call it as a void tags. What tags, ma? Void. Void means no empty tags. Simply for understanding, we'll write a no. Either we'll write a empty tags. Okay, what will write a empty tags or no ending tags. Okay, or void tags, something like this. So when we'll call it, whenever I have only one tag, suppose I'll write like this. Okay, image tag, something. So for example, when I am writing it, we will see what are the tags we are going to get it. Something I'll remove here. PR. Something like this. Okay, we will understand what is this tag. So here I am writing only starting tag. I'm not writing ending tag. Okay, such tags we are calling it as a what tags? Void tags or empty tags or no ending tag, something like this. Okay? This is an interview question, definite interview question. Okay, in the HTML language. Okay, so before going there, we'll understand some more and we'll go for this interview questions. Okay, so let us go for here. And till now we understand the tag, right? So in the first line, we have to write like a. So this is my HTML file. This is my first .html file. I need to write something, right? Okay, so in the HTML file, first line always there should be one rule. Okay, so that rule is nothing but a doc type. So what is the rule? Doc type. We'll understand. So this is not a direct HTML tag. This is some special one. Okay, so here I'm writing a. Some people will do mistake like this. And first we need to write an angle bracket and we'll write a doc type. I'll say doc type. So here I'm writing a angle bracket and exclamation mark and I'll write a doc type. You can write in the capital or small because HTML is a case insensitive language. After this doc type and I am writing one special word. What is this? I am writing it a HTML. Okay. So this is the most important question. What it is telling is okay. I will write like this. I'll write my hello. Okay. Hello. Welcome to uh, welcome to my something. Okay, something I'm writing it. Okay, so let me I want to see my output. How to see my output? This is my file, right? Simply double click here. Okay, if you see hello, welcome to my something is coming, right? But I have written this line doc type HTML. Why this is not coming here? Okay, so whatever you are writing here, this will not be displaying to the user. This information will be going only to the browser. Okay, and what information will browser here is, so here I am saying doc type. See, doc means document, type means a type. Okay, and what type I am saying it a HTML, and this is giving a instruction to the browser. Hey browser, this file is a HTML file. Okay, this file is a this is the rule. Okay, suppose if you go to Tamil Nadu and you will ask, I need a nil kavali. Who will give? Nobody will give. You have to translate. I want some tanni kudunga. Something you need to ask in the same thing, right? So you need to give a instruction what browser understands. Okay, I know that I know HTML, I'm right, like browser will not understand. Okay, so as per the syntax, I need to give instruction, hey browser, this is a HTML file. To specify that, we need to use a one word. So what is that word? Doc type. Okay, this is mandatory, something like this. Okay, so now I am giving like a HTML, that is okay. So now this means that, hey browser, this document is a HTML file, you display like a HTML file. Okay, in an interview, and this is optional. Optional means you write it or no need to write it. Mandatory means you have to write it. Okay, so this line is a optional one. I will remove this one and I will save it and reload it again. Okay, still I get my output right. Then why I have to write it? This is a optional one. If you want to write it, you write it, otherwise not required. But as per the suggestion, please write it in the first line. Okay, and some people will ask, and what is the use of here? So here we are writing HTML, right? So this HTML means browser, please go and use the latest version of the HTML. Okay, go and use the latest. What is the latest version? 5.x. Okay, whenever you are mentioning something like this, automatically it will use the 5.x. Okay, in interview they will ask, I don't want to use the 5.x, I want to use the 4.x. I want to use the fourth version. I don't want to go to the latest version. Then how will you do the code? How will you write the code? Okay, so here we need to give some special attribute. Okay, here I need to write like a, there is a one URL called DTD URL. Okay, so I'll copy this one and I will show you how to do this also. Something like this, you need to copy and paste it. Okay, here you are saying it, hey DTD, go and use the 4.0 version. How I am specifying it? I am giving one full URL. What is this URL? Go to HTTP something for HTML4 strict.dtd something, right? So this DTD is nothing but a set of rules. Hey browser, go and use this version. Sir, we don't know this version, right? We don't know this URL, and how to do we need to buy hard? Don't buy hard anything in the programming language. Okay, so now I want to use HTML4 only, right? Go here. Okay, just Google, and what is the version I want to write it? HTML4. What is our version doc type, right? Simply write like this. Okay, and you can go to this W3 school, like this first website. Okay, there will be giving this link ma. See here, already they are giving this link. Okay, copy this one and paste it to your program. Okay, don't by heart, no need to by heart here. Okay, simply use the Google. Like whenever you are joining in the company, definitely they will give the internet. Without internet, even they cannot write the program. Okay, yeah, now we can do it. Everybody understand, right? So tell me, what is the doc type first? Doc type will be instruct what type of file it is. Okay, and we will by default will specify HTML. HTML refers for like latest version. Okay, suppose if you want to go with the old version, what we can copy it, we can copy the DTD URL. Simply say that we can copy the DTD URL and paste it. Nobody will ask you to use like this. This is only for interview sake only. Okay, this has asked for multiple times. That is the reason I am covering it. So now everybody understand what is this doc type, right? So it is telling that it is a HTML5 version. If you want to change the version, we can use the this DTD URL, something like this. Okay, it is optional or mandatory. It is a optional one. If you want to add it, add it. Otherwise, not required. Something like this. Okay, whenever you are writing this one, you have to write in the first line only, ma. Don't write in the middle or last or something. If you are writing it, write in the first line. Otherwise, don't write it. That is okay. If you are not writing it, automatically browser will use this line doc type HTML. It will use the latest version only. If you are using it, that is fine. Okay. Now I'll write like a something doc type. Okay. So I'm writing like this. Okay. Doc type. So now let's go for the next one. We have to understand the structure. Okay. We have to understand the structure. First, before going there, we need to understand like how many parts are there in the HTML. Okay, mainly in the HTML there are mainly two parts are there. One is a head, another is a body. We have mainly two parts, right? A head and body. Same thing, HTML also will have a two parts. That is, one is a head and a body. Okay, so let us see. I am opening this browser. Here I am seeing HTML4 something, right? So here I'm just this is like a, I can think about like a head. And here in the body, whatever your website is displaying, here I'm this everything from Google icon and this row and everything I'm getting, right? This is like a body of the web page. So how many parts mainly we will be having it? Head and body section. Okay, so let us write it and inside the head, what are the things we can write it? We will write one by one. Okay, so how many parts? And mainly HTML is divided into two parts. Okay, so I'll write like a first, whenever you are writing any code, we need to write one root tag called HTML. Okay, so HTML I am writing. Okay, so this first I am writing this code, right? That is the reason we'll call it as a root. Root means that is a starting tag. Okay, that is a starting tag. So this line is will not consider as a HTML code. This is only instruction to the browser. Okay, yeah, this is the line we'll consider as a first tag. So HTML will consider as a root level tag. Okay, inside the HTML, what are the tags I need to write it? Ma, two tags. One is a head tag, another is a body tag. So how many tags? Head tag and body tag, something like this. Okay, I can write a head and I can write a body tag. So this is the two tags. Okay, here I will write inside the body, inside the head what we will write, inside the body what we will write. We'll see this. Okay, so inside the generally inside the head section we will write the code to styles. Suppose I want to open this page, right? I want a red color, or I want a green color, I want a blue color. You will add some styles, right? All that styles you will write inside the head section. Okay, and here there is a title it is showing, right? First.html. But whenever we go to any project, we will not show first.html, second.html, we will not show that one. We will show our company information. Suppose if you open any Amazon website, something like this, so they will show amazon.com and they will say their icon, something like this, right? So all this information we will write inside the head section. Okay, and whatever the body we want to display in the body, that information will write inside the body. Okay, so now what are the tags we are seeing? It first we have seen HTML tag, and we have seen a head tag, and we have seen the body tag. Okay, so inside the body, here I will write a code. I will say welcome to our HTML course, something like this. So simply I'm writing like this, and I'll go here and I'll read it. So earlier directly I'm writing my code, that time also is coming. Now I am writing my code in the body also it's coming. Okay, sometimes I will write the same code in the, I'll remove here, I'll write inside the head. Now what is the output? Whether we will get output or not output? because I'm writing my code not in the body, I'm writing my code in the head section. So if I refresh the code, whether we'll get output or we'll see empty page, because I'm not writing inside the body. Okay. So what will happen? Okay. We'll reload it. What is happening? It's coming right. Okay. So even if you are writing in the head also, your output will be coming it. Okay. There is no rule. In an interview, they will confuse like this only. Okay. Yeah. And there is no rule saying that we should write all our code inside the body only. There is no rule. Okay. But it is recommended that whatever the code you want to display to the user, you have to write inside the body. You can write same thing in the HD, both also you can write it. It will display both. Yes, everything it will display. Okay, everything it will display. Okay, everything it will display. Okay, the only rule is don't write anything here to display to the user. Only write that code inside the body section. That is clear, right? You can write anywhere, no problem at all. Even you can write your code before the HTML also. That will also display. Okay, even if I'm writing this line in top of the HTML, that will also display. Okay, but it's not recommended to write like this. That is the reason first we should write a head section and then we'll write a body section. So inside the body section we'll write all our code. Okay, so okay, next point is, so then inside the head what we will do, first we'll complete the head part and then we'll go for the body part, and then we'll go for all our tags. Okay, so first inside the head section what we'll do, so first I want to change the title. What is the title? It is displaying first.html, right? We don't want first.html. I want to display like a, this is like a some payroll management. I want to say payroll management. Okay. So what is the first one I want to display? I want to change my title. Okay. So you go to head section and use the a tag called title. Okay. So I can use the title. I'll say payroll management, something like this. Okay, let us reload our page. See, title change, right? Earlier, what is the page? It is displaying our file name, first.html, second.html. But in the project, we should not show our file name. We should display, always display our project name. So if you want to display any project name, what is the tag we are using it? Title tag. You can use this title tag inside the body also, but it is not a recommended one. Only you should write inside the head. Output will come, but we should not write it. That is a okay. So now if you want to change the title, what is the tag we should use it? A title tag. Okay, that is okay. Apart from this title, suppose here I am showing one icon, right? What is the icon? File icon. But I don't want to show the file icon. So if you see the Amazon, what is the icon? Amazon icon is there. And if you see Google, Google icon is there. Now I want to show our own icon for our project. Okay. So this icon name we are calling it as a favicon. What's the name of favicon? Okay. We will do this favicon tomorrow or day after tomorrow. For now, whenever you want to write a favicon, that icon also will write it here only. Okay. Favicon icon also. Okay, clear? So favicon also will display that. That is okay. Now I want to write the styles. I want to write a green color, red color, blue color, some color I want to write it, right? So that color code also I am going to write it here only. Okay. Import the CSS, something like this. Okay. So what is the next code? I'm going to write it inside the head section. I will write a favicon. I will write the CSS also. Okay. So everything you are going to write use inside the which tag you are going to write it a head section. Okay. And then okay, this okay. And then we'll go for the body tag. Then what is the code we'll write inside the body? So whichever the page you want to display. Suppose as per the project. So what is the page I want to display it? I want to display first time we will go from this page. Our project will start from only login, right? Once you log in only you will go inside. Otherwise, how you will go inside? You will not go there, right? I want to display this page. So here I want to write one email, I want one password, one button, all the things I want to write it, right? So this all code you are going to write inside the body section. Okay. Okay. So this is the another section. We'll complete the CSS. Okay, ma'am. So inside the header, we can write the title. Correct, right? We can use, already we have used the title. We can change it. Okay. And we can write the CSS also. Like we will see what is this internal CSS. All these points will go for it. Okay. And and in the last, we can write about some metadata also. We can write it. Like what is this metadata? I want to give some simple instruction. Okay. Suppose I will search like this google.com and I'll go for a Trinits technology. Because whenever you don't know something, what you will do, you'll go on Google and you'll type some website name, right? Facebook. So I'll type like this. Okay, whenever you are typing it here, it is giving some instruction. What it is telling it, it is a product based startup company and it imports something, right? Some information it is displaying, right? Google is not a astrology. Correct, right? It cannot know what is the company, what they will not know anything. Okay, somebody need to give that instruction to the Google. Okay, so this information we'll call it as a metadata. Okay, this information it is called as a metadata. So this metadata also we will write inside the head section. Okay, so here I will write like a metadata also, something like this. Okay, don't worry, we are going to write all the code here itself in the head section coming. Okay, but this is only theory part. Let us go for our practical. Now we have seen like a, so inside the head section what we can see, we can write the titles, and suppose I want to write some JavaScript code, you can write that JavaScript code also here. Okay, and suppose I want to write some CSS, I can write CSS also here. I want to write metadata, that metadata also I can write it here. Okay, and where we will write all this code inside the head section. Okay, now we will go for the body section, and here we have already we have written the this welcome to HTML like this we have written, right? Let us go for, and we know what is the empty tags or void tags, right? A tags who don't have the ending tag, that is nothing but a what tags, no empty tags or a void tags. The interview, definite interview question. Okay, okay, so let us go for the now onwards what we will do, we will learn one like a tag by tag. First I will write the tag and I will explain what is this use, where you should use it, something like this. Okay, yeah, and there is a, let us go for one by one. And suppose we want to start with this, like since we are going to starting with the project, so this is our project map. Okay, suppose here I want to write a login. Okay, and the next line I want to write something like this. Okay, in the next line I want to write email, because I don't know how to write this form, I need to write like this control or all the things we don't know in the first class, right? We will do step by step. Now let me write, here I am writing a welcome. So after the welcome I want to write a next line, hello world, something like this. Okay, but whenever you are writing like this, these two lines will come in something like always it will come like this. Okay, yeah, because I am writing here this comments, let me write. Okay, so here both are coming the same line, right? I want a one horizontal line from left to right, full it should occupy the full line. Okay, whenever you want to write any line here, there is a tag called HR tag. Okay, HR means a horizontal rule, you know, scale, right? What it will do, it will like we can write a scale, something like this. If you want to add any line, we can add this HR tag. So what will happen, automatically there will be a line, see this line automatically. I did not write any line. So whenever you want to any line, so what is the tag, we can use it, HR tag. Okay, so this HR tag automatically will add a one line, and whatever the content you are writing, the automatically they will push it to the next line, something like. Suppose I want to write another HR tag, what I can do, something like this. See, observe it, for HR tag I am not writing the closing tag. So now HR is a void tag, correct, right? If they are asking any example, we can give a HR tag is a void tag, simple, correct, right? Okay, so this is the first tag. Okay, something like this. Now as part of the this page I want to develop it today. Okay, so this is my company name first, so you write your company name. So let me write it like this. What is my company name? I will say Trinits. You write any name, not a problem. Simple, I'll just keep one line, and after that I want to write a login. Okay, then I will go for a login and something like this. Okay, first day your page is not equal to this one, but after 3 or 4 days your page also will become like this, everything it will change it to like this. Okay, yeah, now whenever you want to add a horizontal line, what is the tag you will use, it a HR tag. Okay, yes, and we'll go for a body tag. Inside the body tag, what we'll write, whatever the content we want to display to the user, we will write that code. Okay, so here mainly I will go to heading here. Suppose I'll go to some website. I'll go to for sample sake only. So this is a website, right? So here you are able to read this heading or not? You are able to read it because it is a big font and boldness is there, and same thing it is there in the bottom also. And are you able to read it that much freely? No, right? It is a little bit smaller and smaller one, right? Okay. So here what we have to do, based on our importance, we need to write that information. Suppose you want to write like there is a crash something, or there is a any emergency information is there. What you will do if you are writing very small font, whether that information will reach to all people or it will not reach it. It will not reach it. What they will do, they will put a very big heading. Okay, something happened in that beta, and what will based on the font size, people will, okay, this is some important information, something like this, right? Okay, like this, why I'm telling is here some information is there, here there is another information is there, here another information is there, right? Okay, based on the importance, we need to use some tags. Okay, heading tags. Whenever I want to write some heading here, this is my heading. Okay, and this is another heading. If you come here, this is also another heading, correct, right? So based on the information you want to provide it, we need to use the some tags. Okay, that tags we are calling it as a heading tags. What tags? My heading tags. Okay, so based on the tag you are going to use, your data will be displaying it differently. That is the reason I'm going to teach it. Okay, so here in the HTML we have a heading tags, like a 6 heading tags is there. H1, H is a heading. Okay, one H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, something like this. Okay, let us start. Let me start adding this H1 and H2 and demo, and we'll see it. Okay, and you can right click here and format the document. So automatically what will happen is, automatically whenever you are writing any code, first your root tag will attach to the left side, and inside whenever you are writing any code inside, you should give 4 spaces. This is a code recommendation from the industry. Okay, so you don't need to give all spaces like this. Simply right click here and format the document. Automatically it will do format for you. Okay, so whenever machine is doing, let it do it. Why do you want to do manually? Okay, we don't want to do it manually. That is okay. So now let us go to our payroll management and reload. See, so we are using what are the tags we are using it? H1, H2, H3, H4. Now, sir, I want very small. I will use a H7 tag. Okay, I will use a H7, I will use H10. There are no those tags. Okay, if you are giving any instruction, you have to use what are the tags available in the HTML. If you are using your own tag, that is fine. HTML is a very good language in the world. It will not give you any error. Whatever you are writing it, it will show some output. Okay, H7 tag, something like this. Okay, I will click on save and reload the page. See, even H7 also is coming, right? Don't think H7 tag is there. Why? Even though that is wrong, it will display there. Okay, yeah, and only the what are the level we have it? Only 6 levels is there, H1 to H6. We don't have H10, H20. Like why I am saying is, last time one new fellow came, he is very new to this language. He is directly writing H10. Sir, my output is not displaying in the bold. There is no H10 tag itself. Only what are the tag we have it? H1 to H6 only. Okay. Now suppose now we'll go for H1. H1 is displaying bigger or small? A bigger, and H2 is bigger than H1 or small? Small. So based on the level, it will your size will be reducing it. Okay. Another important information is, whenever I am writing H1 tag, how much text it is there? Only half of the screen, right? Even though it is half of the screen is there, whatever the content I am writing in the next line, automatically it is going to the next. Here, right? Here I am writing H1. Automatically, where is my heading? Next heading in the bottom. Okay. So now what I will do, I will remove all these heading tags. I will remove all this one. I want to use the same thing. I will say H1 heading. Okay. I'll say H1 heading. Okay, I'll say H2 heading. Please understand. I'm going to. So where I am writing my code here, in the one line I'm writing H1, and next line only. I'm not writing beside, right, in the code. I'm writing in the next line only. Okay, I'll go to code under reload. Where it is coming, side by side or under the one by one? Side by side, right? Okay, so in the browser, how you are writing is not matter. Even if I'm giving 20 spaces, 30 spaces, that doesn't matter. Okay, browser automatically will display in the side by side only. Okay, but whenever you are using H1, H2, H3, what will happen is, automatically your information will be adding into the bottom, not in the same line. Okay, you understood, right? The difference. Sir, in the code I am writing 10 spaces. Why it is not displaying as like this? It will not display like this. So even in the HTML language, these spaces are ignored. Ignored means even you can give 100 spaces also. It will be ignored, simply ignored. Okay, and automatically whatever the content is there, this content will come here. That is a mistake. Okay, so whenever, so suppose your requirement is like this. Requirement means, suppose I am giving this page to you. For first day you don't know anything, right? I want to display heading like this, and after that I want to display something like this. So what is the tag you should use it? Suppose you are intelligent, you are directly going like this, and I am writing like this, and I am going like a sub feature. If you are writing like this, it will not display in second line. What will happen? This also will come into the top. Now we know, we have learned one tags, right? What are the tags we have learned? H1 to H6. Okay, now we need to start apply your knowledge. Okay, suppose whenever I want to display any heading, what is heading I want to display? This one. Now I need to use a H. What is heading tag? H1 tag, something like this. Okay, a heading. Now automatically this will display in a heading. And another information is, whenever you are writing in H1, automatically the next content, whatever you are writing it, okay, hello, something like this, automatically that content will be going to the next line. It will not come in the same line. Okay, I will explain why it will not come in the same line in the next class. Okay, for now, what are the tags we learned? H1 to H6. Okay, and H1 is by default the font size is bigger, and second is this is bold means you have to write 2 times or 3 times in the pen, right? So this is like a, the font width will be more than normal one. That is nothing but a bolder, correct, right? So all our HTML tags will be bolder, and size will be bigger than the normal font. Sir, how if I want to see the difference? This is a normal tag, this is a H1 tag. There is a bigger difference, is the right? Something like this. Now you tell me, I need to use this one. What is that level I should use it? H1, H2, H3, H4. Which level I should use it? This login is there, right? I should not use normal one. Either I can use a H3, H4, H5. Or if you are using directly, it will be like normal font. But this is a heading, right? Whenever I want to write a heading, which tag I should use it? I should use the H3, H4, H5. Based on my need, I can use it. Okay. Now you see the page first. You think it, okay, what tag I should use it? This is a company information is there. This is a bigger one, right? I want to display my company information in the big fonts. Then I should use a H1. This is important, but this is not that much important compared to my heading. Now I should go for either H3, H4, H5, something like this. Okay. Now, and this information is there. This is not in the bold, right? Whenever this is not in the bold, please don't use the header tags. Whenever you want to have a bold and this is important information, then only use the H1, something like this. Okay. So let us complete this page. First I want to write my company name. Okay, and now I'll go here. I'll remove all body tags and start writing it. So first I want to display my company name, right? I want to display in the bold. So which tag I can use it? H1. Okay, H1 I'll say Trinits technologies, something. You use any company, whichever the company you like it. Okay, so now first I'll write like this. Okay, I have this one. And the next I want to write like a one horizontal line. So what is the tag I can use it? What is the tag we can use it? We can use a HR tag. Okay, HR. So I have used HR. Let me remove here. So we have it. Next, what is the information I want to display it? Login. This is also in the bold, right? But I don't want to use this much bigger, right? I want to use a smaller one. So which tag I can go for? Either I will go for H3 or H4. I will go H3. I'll say login. Okay, that is okay. Okay. Let me go here. Something login is there. Okay, boldness is there. We will write in the center. How to become in the center? Everything we'll learn one by one. Okay. For now, we have written a login. And next, what is the next? We have to write it. We want to write some information, right? That is not a heading, but I want to write a general information. Okay. So whenever you want to do like this, then we can go for a next tag called paragraph tag. What is the tag? Paragraph. And don't write paragraph directly. So paragraph P for paragraph. Okay. So now I can go here, and what is that? I can simply write like a P tag. That's all. P for paragraph, H for heading. Okay. Now what is the information I want to write it as part of here? Access to our dashboard, something like this. Okay. You write it on your, don't copy paste it. At least you will have some typing experience, because you have to type like a access our board. dashboard, something like this. Okay, something. Okay, let us go to our check it. See, automatically it is adding the next line, and this is not in the bold also. Okay, so whenever you want to display multiple lines of code, not in the bold one, then you can go for next tag. What is the tag? A paragraph tag. Okay, yes, now I am using a paragraph tag. That is okay. Okay, next I want to write this one. So this also I can use a paragraph tag, right? Now tell me what is the tag I can use it a paragraph. I will say email address. Okay, and now I need to write this box, right? This box we will write it tomorrow. Okay, we don't want to write anything. Let us assume we have written this box also. And what is the next one? We have it password. Okay, let's go for password. Okay, password, something like this. Okay, yeah, let us complete this one. So now we have access to dashboard, email address is there, password is there. What is the next one? We have it remember is there, checkbox is there. We'll write the checkboxes also. For now I'll just write a text also. Okay, I'll simply write like a remember me. I'll just write like a remember me. So whenever you are using this paragraph tag, you observe it. Always they will come in the new line only. They are not coming side by side. Correct, right? Suppose here I want to remember me as well as forget password in the same line. Okay. So what I can do, I will go inside this paragraph. Okay, inside the paragraph, I will say forget password. Something like this. Okay. Now both will come in the same line here. Remember me, forget password. Tomorrow we'll add the links. Okay. Next, what is there? Button is there. Okay. So if you want to write any button, there is a tag called button tag. Okay. What is the tag? Button. So what is my button name here? Login. Okay. So whatever the name you want to write it, you write it in the center of the screen. I'll say login, something like this. Okay. Save it and reload the page. So we have a button also. I want green color button, big button. We will do everything tomorrow. In one day, we will not become a CM or a PM, right? They need to do all campaigns and all the things. So like this, we'll write it. So next, what is the next thing we have it? This two information you write it. I'll just stop here. You write another one paragraph for this one, another paragraph for this one. And you write one horizontal HR, right? Something like this. And we want to write this background color. Everything we'll do it tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. So far now what are the things we have covered? We have learned the H1 to H6. Whenever you want to display any heading information, we'll go for H1 to H6. Suppose I don't want any heading. I want normal font and either one line or two line. Then which tag will go for paragraph? Okay. Suppose I want to write a button. I want to write a button. So what is the tag we will use it? We will use a button tag. By reading that name itself, most of the time you will understand. Okay. So this is a button tag. The important is please do not do any mistake. I'm writing button tag, right? So you have to close it. Okay. Suppose here I'm not writing a closing tag. This is a mistake, right? Even though there is a mistake, if you are reloading your page, okay, I'll reload my page. Still button is there because HTML will never give the error. Even though you are doing wrong, it will display correctly. And then don't think, okay, even I can write the wrong and automatically it will display. Here it is okay. But whenever you are going for Angular or React, it will literally stop your program and it will say you are not adding the closing tag. There you will get the error. Okay, here it is okay. This guy will not show any error. Everything is okay, perfect. Even though we are writing wrong, it will say okay. But in Angular or React, it will start showing the error. That is the reason. Please make sure that whenever you are writing a tag, always trying to close those tags. Okay, only some no empty tags are there. Right? Only those guys are exceptional. But all remaining tags we should write them. Okay, so now I have written like this. Okay, HR tag I have written. Why I did not write this closing tag? That is a no empty tag. I no need to write the closing tag, something like this. Okay. So let's go for concept here. Now what are the things we have learned? Tell me what are the tags we have learned today? First, HTML tag. Inside the HTML tag, two parts are there: head part and body part. Inside the head, what is the tag we have written? Title tag. Why? What is use of title? If you want to change any title, suppose if I have here payroll management, if I want to change it, what is the tag I should use? It a title tag, that is okay. Okay, and next and what are the other information? We will do it here. Suppose I want to write the JavaScript, I will write inside the heading section. I want to write the styles, I will write inside the heading section. I want to write metadata, I will write inside the heading section. Okay, and inside the body, what is the code you are going to write it? Whatever it is going to display to the user, that code will write inside the body section. Okay, now there is a very important interview question called block level element. What is important interview question? Block level element. Okay, I'll tell you, please understand these points, very important. Even if you are going with the 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years also, they will ask the same question. What is a block level element? Okay, so first time we will understand block level element always will starts in a new line. Okay, always will starts in a new line. Okay, so for example, h1 to h6 we have written, right? So this h1 to h6 all tags are block level elements. All tags are block level elements. That means whenever I am writing a h1 code here, h1 code here, always this will starts in a new line in my output. Okay, new line in my output. That is understood, right? Okay, so here suppose but sometimes people will confuse here only. I am writing h1 tag and h3 tag in the same line, right? In the code, but like they will browser will ignore how you are writing. You can write your entire file in one line also. Browser will not consider you how you are writing it. Okay, browser will consider only like what this tag will do. What this tag will do, whenever you are writing h1 tag, always it will starts in a new line only. Even though you are writing beside side by side also, it will not consider. Okay, it will in the output. If you go to output, if you see, always this is our first level and it will come in the next line only, something like this. Okay, yeah, let me save it. So what is a h1 tag? First we want to see block level element. Block level element always starts in a new line. Second point is it will occupy the full width of their parent container. Okay, so let us forget about this parent. So I will say it will occupy the full width. Full width means let me go to html. How many letters I have written? Only 5 letters, right? For 5 letters only, that much space is enough. Why it is avoiding this line to the next instead of coming in the side? Okay, because this is a block level element. Block level element, what it will do? Hey, don't come to my beside, you go to the next line only. I will not allow. Okay, because it will allow the full line, it will occupy the full line. Okay, this is the next point. Okay, so whenever you want to come 2 lines, simply write h1, h2, h3, h6, any block level element. h1 to h6 are block level elements, and paragraph also block level element only. Okay, and now tell me, this hr is a block level element or not? Whenever I am writing h level hr, what is happening? Automatically my content is going bottom right, then that is a block level element only. Okay, right? Okay, so this is the second point. And third point is a margin top and bottom are applicable. We don't know what is margin itself. Okay, so whenever you are going in the road, in the lorry, they will write it, please follow the 200-meter distance. Right? Have you read it or not? In the bus also they'll write, okay, please maintain some distance. Right? That means I cannot directly go and eat the bus or lorry. We need to maintain some distance. Right? That maintain distance, we'll call it as a margin here. Okay, in the program I will write what is the code we have to write it. Just understand margin now. The margin means the distance between this tag and this tag. Okay, the space between these two tags, we'll call it as a margin. For block level, margin is inapplicable. If your element is a block level, okay, if you are giving margin 120, something like this, automatically this will move. Tomorrow I will show the demo about the margin. Okay, yeah. And next items automatically will place into the bottom. If you are writing any code, automatically the where is that code will come? Automatically it will come to the next line. For example, I want to show here. Okay, go here. So where is the this paragraph I am writing, right? And button I am writing, right? So this button should come near the paragraph or in the next line. Next line, right? Okay, let us go and check this. Let us go and check it. See where this coming it, next line. So that means whenever you are writing a block level element, the next automatically will come to the bottom. It will not come to the side. Suppose for testing, I will add a some other button here. Okay, I'll go here. I want to write another button, register. I want to write a register button. Just write like a button. Okay, I'll write a register, something like this. Okay, so now tell me, where is this register will come, in the next line or same side by side? Next line. How many are next line? I am writing this button. So I am having a two buttons. So these two buttons will come in the same line or next line. These are coming right. Okay. Button is not a block level element. Button is not like a block level element. Okay. It is a we will call it as a inline. Inline means it will take only required space. It will not occupy full page. It will take only required width. So this is a button is a inline. So that is the reason it is taking only. So the next element also automatically will come to the next person only. It will not go to the bottom. Suppose this is a block level element. Automatically register will come to the next line. Now you understood, right? So this paragraph is a block level element. If you are adding any element next to paragraph, automatically they will come into the bottom. That is a theoretical point. Okay. Yes. And width and height are applicable, man. Okay, width and height are applicable. What is this one? Suppose I am having this screen is there, right? This in the center you are seeing some white screen, right? I want to increase this white screen to half of my screen. I want to increase it. I want to increase my box. That increasing this box is called width. Suppose I want to increase this height. This is nothing but a height. For block level elements, width and height are applicable. We'll have a demo tomorrow. Okay, because this is only theoretical point. Tomorrow onwards we'll have a demo. So now tell me, what are the block level elements we have seen? H1 to H6 and paragraph. Okay, and we'll not see all these things tomorrow. One by one we'll add it. Okay, so far we have added only till much. Okay, I'll stop the class here, and now we need, like, whenever we have learned something, we need to start writing the pages. Okay, now you know how to write the code, right? Do you know how to write a page? First page, second page, something like this. Okay, now today our work is, first we have to create one file with a login.html. Okay, I will rename my, what is my file name? I have written first.html, right? I will click here. I will rename my file name as a login.html. So now my login page is done. Okay, I have to create the second page. Okay, I'll click here, register. Okay, register. So what is the information it is displaying? It register and some subheading name, something like this, right? I need to write a new page. What is the page I should write? It register.html. Okay, your work is write the second page. Okay, create here register.html. Okay, so inside the register.html, again you need a one heading. Again you need some this one. You write it like however we have written this login page, right? This heading and h3 paragraph we have written, right? Same way I want to see your this second page. Okay, this is second page. So once I am doing second page, I want to write a forget page. Suppose I forgot my password. I want to change my password. Separately, I want another page, right? So that is the reason I need another page. So again, you create another page here. Okay, the third file is like a forget. You write underscore or you use a minus also, anything is fine, but don't give the empty space. That is the only. Okay, forget password.html. So what is the code I write? Again one heading, again one subheading, again one paragraph, one button. That's all. You don't need to do anything else. Okay, again something like this. So you create all these three pages tomorrow and upload it to, you know how to upload it right now. I have created, how many files I have created? 3 files. I have given this link to you guys, right? You can click here. I'll show you demo for that one also, and I'll stop demo. So here there is a link I have given for this is a student folder. Okay, I'll copy this link. Okay, I'll go to my browser, and for example, because I already am logging in, I'll go here. So here student work, which batch you are? 8th batch. Okay, click here and create one name. So I have created, what is the today date? I'll create a today date is a 26. Okay, 26 hyphen 01 hyphen 2023, something like this. So what are the files I have created? 3 files: login, registration, forget. Okay, so I'll upload files. So I have done some files in the like C drive, D drive I have created, right? Go to that exact folder wherever you have created. Okay, I have created my files in the here. In some, I went to my work folder. So what are the files I have created? Login, registration, and the third file is a forget. I have selected 3 files and click on upload. Okay, so whenever you are uploading your files, automatically I can verify your work tomorrow. Okay, so what I will do, I'll go to my laptop automatically and I'll go for students folder, like wherever the student folder is there, automatically it will come here. Angular course and student work, batch number 8. So I have uploaded from the internet, not from my laptop, right? I see. Automatically all these files will come. I'll open here. Automatically I can see the output, whether you are writing it correct or not. Okay. So tomorrow we'll start at 9:15, right? 9:15 to 9:30 is we'll check our work only like this only. Okay. Yes. And we have covered 2 interview questions. What are the interview questions we have covered today? What is a block level tag?